Well, take us a little look at the El Crypto market. Coinbase gears up for biggest ever expansion of crypto asset listings, which we've been hearing about. You know, they're going to add to this coin, that coin. So, anyways, markets, you know, back up again, recovering, because it got up to 230 billion, was in the 220s, whatever, mostly. I mean, it peaked at 230, stayed in the 220s, went back down to 210. Now it's back over 215. Ripple up double digits, 23% at 55 cents. Quite a few single digit up, you know, 4, 5, 6, 8%. Some a little lower than that, 2, 3, 4%. Where's our guy Digi's actually 35 at the moment. You know, it loves 33. Right now it's 35. Got us some red coin. Still not doing much. 0.0034. So still basically a third of a penny. What else? Theta, of course, is hovering around its spot, 91, 92. In this case, 92. You know, it's kind of interesting because plug the old phone in while I drive to work and back out without destroying anything, sprinklers and whatnot, out of my house. It's interesting because if you've really paid attention to the ups and downs of the crypto market here recently, over like, you know, last probably, I don't know, 3 months maybe, seems like, anyways, you would see, you know, something would happen, whether it would go up or down, and then it'd go sideways for a little while, like for days on end. It'd go sideways, and then it would do one thing or another. It'd either, oh, there it goes up and then back down or something like that. But once it went up, you'd wait days again for it to go down. If it went down, you'd wait days again while it went sideways, and did that. So it either went back up a little bit and see the wife walking the dog. It's funny, I see the dog more. He's white, little white poodle mix. I see the dog more than her. He stands out. But anyways, you know, we'd wait days one way or the other. So it'd go sideways, and that's like the whole market's waiting. Is it going to go back up now, or is it going to go down? Oh, it went down. And then you'd wait again. Oh, there it goes up. And it would do like these ups. Wait sideways, down. Wait sideways, up. Wait sideways, down. Even if it was like generally down these last few months, you'd see that. So now, all of a sudden, you know, again, it just started recently when we had this run up. You know, it remains to be seen if this is going to continue. I think it will. But this, you know, quicker movement, quicker recovery seems to be happening. So we had a nice rally. Again, we had a $30 billion rally when the whole market was, you know, around 200 billion in a single day. You know, we haven't seen days like that in quite a while where we have these nice rallies. So that was like, oh, hey, you know, a little light at the end of the tunnel of waiting. Oh, here comes October. You know, are we going to see good in October? All these psychics, man, the woo-woo. You know, I mean, you know, I think so. It's gonna have to wait because we're not there yet. It's right around the corner, October, another week away. And then finally, I can freaking live stream October 7th. Finally. This guy's going slow enough that I can just get on out of here. So, yeah, I'll be able to live stream again. Gosh, I almost, you know, I'll probably feel like a newbie doing it again. Like, oh, what am I doing? How do I do that? What's super chat? Oh yeah, that's right. And it might be just perfectly timed. A little 3-month hiatus or a little break in cryptos. Nothing real exciting to live stream about, anyways, right? And then October rolls around, October 7th. Hey, Snippy can live stream again. Oh, great. And then maybe, you know, fingers crossed, the market will be rallying nicely. be a good time to live stream, talk about it. So yeah, I just kind of noticed this recently. The market's moving, recovering right away, sell off, and then right away it goes back. So let's just see what happens. This is the last 3 months of the year we've been waiting for. I'm pretty optimistic, I gotta say. Again, you become an OG if you hodled and sat through all this and watched it. I mean, even if you didn't hodl, even if you did an epic sell-off and waited to get back in, you're still an OG because you recognize what you're dealing with, one way or the other. You know what it's going to be in the future. You've seen everything you need to see. You believe in it. Whether you hodled or sold off and waited to get back in recently, waited recently to get back in, that's fine. You're still an OG. You've seen ups and downs of epic proportions, where generally the whole market, even up and down, the general trend was down all year long. And you sat through it and said, you know what? I believe cryptos are the answer. I believe love will find a way. Cryptos will find a way. Their way. That's more like it. Cryptos will find their way. October, November, December. Come on. Come on. Even the guys at work, we're all like, yeah, we are ready. And they're like, I haven't put any more money back in the market. I'm in. I bought the dips. I'm ready. I'm like, I hear you. I'm with you, man. I'm so ready too. And I used to say, look, each time we would say that, all of us, I'd say, think about the new people though, man. Let's have a little compassion for the new people who are just getting in. Do we want to be so greedy and just see our rally from December, January, February just keep going? I mean, honestly, yeah, sure, of course we really would deep down, because we'd have been laughing all the way to the bank now, houses paid off and everything else. But in all fairness, like I'd say before, what about everybody else, man? There's newbies wanting to get in too, and of course now September is a great time. This could be one of those moments, like when Cliff High said, hey, Bitcoin is going to go to 408, then 428. It's going to do this 3 times according to the data, and then you'll never, ever, ever see those prices again. And I'll be damned, we've never, ever, ever seen those prices again, just like he said during the time frame he said. This is when Bitcoin was hovering around $250 for a long time. And he says, oh, my data is now picking up on this. Oh, perfect time to talk about it. So I'm over here, repeating what I'm hearing from him. And sure enough, he's nailing it. Every move, 888. Oh, and it played around that number, exactly that number. Not 887, not 886, 889. It was 888. And he says, you know what? It loves the 8s. When we get into the thousands, it's going to play around that 88 number for a while. Not only did it do it on the way up, past 10,000, 12, 15, 18, 20,000, 19,000, whatever. When it came back down, it played around that number again. And my emails start flooding in. Joe, check this out. As if I'm not really watching it, of course. But it's still exciting because everybody's like, whoa. I'm not gonna reply and be like, oh, I know I'm watching it. No, it's like, cool, dude. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm watching. I see it too. This is cool. But Fly's web, man, it's interesting. And you saw maybe his video recently, and he just did. I guess it was like a part 1 kind of a thing with Bix. And look, I know his timing gets off. It happens. It happens quite frequently in the webbot world, But I've seen too many times, way too many times, where later on, oh, massive webbot hit. Just like I'm going to tell you, I've talked about this already, there'll be a massive webbot hit coming, and it may not be too far out now. Massive resignations, high up levels of people in the U.S. government. Massive resignation. I said this before, like, couldn't figure out what would be the trigger. Would this be secrets revealed meme in the webbot? Would this be the pedophile stuff? Well, I'm not really sure. And look at all the people who have jumped ship, fired, quit, you name it, deep state, since Donald Trump's been in office. And just basically over the last year, look at it. Quite a number have gone. And quite a number are are going to be gone, coming up, going to be gone. And I think that's when we'll start to see the actual politicians. Because guys like, James Comey, Rod Rosenstein, I mean, you can't really call them politicians. They've held high-level government positions, but they're not running for office. They were hand-selected by the club and Hillary and those folks. So I'm talking congressmen, women, senators, all kinds of stuff. Like maybe governors. I'm not even sure. But honestly, I tell you the truth, I think there's going to be that. And it's all related to what Donald Trump is doing, cleaning house, draining the swamp, so to speak. This one's tied to that one. This took a payoff from that one. And they're all, I strongly, truly believe they're all, just about all, maybe not all, because some of them are so bad they need to be dealt with, but I think a lot are simply given the option by the Don. He's going to make it an offer they can't refuse. Look, you're going to resign, but like Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, I'm going to quit. I'm not going to run again after this. Because old Ryan seemed like he was holding up quite a bit, didn't he? I'm not going to run anymore. In other words, you're going to step down gracefully and honorably, even though it's not honorably, like totally unhonorably. But the perception of everybody, including yourself, is going to be you step down honorably, you're moving on in life. But the Don came in and made him an offer he can't refuse. I'm not going to effing prosecute you to the highest extent of the law if you go ahead and play ball because you're a criminal and you know it, and I've got the goods on you. Rather than make a giant scene, I'm going to give you the option I've given everybody else. You can step down, or you can make me go after you. And I think he and some others have taken that option of, I'll go ahead and step down, and I'm not going to run for office again. But many of these people who have had power for so long feel like they're untouchable. We are the untouchables. You and what army are going to remove us, Mr. Trump? It's not going to happen. I will never call him my president. Oh, actually, you will, because that's what he is. Sorry about your luck. Just like that stupid senator. Would you listen, officer or whatever, the Marine guy? I'd really appreciate if you would refer to me as senator instead of ma'am. I worked really, really hard to get that title, and I'd appreciate if you referred to me as that when you spoke to me. Yes, senator. I would get, those little things maybe you had as a kid, maybe your kids have, those little stretchy hand, like gummy looking things, but they're like rubber. You don't eat them, but you sling them out and they go way out, and that's like a little hand, you can like swing it around. I would have taken one of those things real quick, like, and just whipped it right across her face. Bam! And she'd be like, what the hell? Who did that? I don't know, ma'am. I mean, senator, I don't know. Bam! Quick like. Ninja reflexes. Slap right across her face. You shut your mouth. Because if you work so hard for that title, that tells me you're probably corrupt as hell. And yeah, I'm sure you worked real hard playing with the club to get that title, to then do absolutely nothing for the rest of us, except fill your back pockets like most all politicians. There's a few good ones out there. And we've got a good one at the helm of the executive branch. Again, using all of the laws and Patriot Act and National Defense Authorization Act and all the executive orders previous presidents like Obama put in place. And he gets to play now. He gets to play with their toys. Hey, you guys put these toys up here for us to play with. We kicked and screamed while you were passing these laws. We knew what you guys were wanting to do with them. Not good. But now I've got them. And since I've got them, you're going to help me dismantle yourselves. Thanks. That's what he's doing. So, I am pretty happy, I'll be honest, with how things are going. I know we were waiting. Come on, Donald, man. What's he waiting for? Come on, Sessions, man. What's this Q crap? Trust Sessions. Come on, man. But, as Q would say, trust the plan. Old Snippy's trusting the plan. Like I said, all these people he hired, remember Trump, you put this guy in position, well, that's a former Goldman Sachs banker. Wait, whoa, that's a former oil guy? Come on, man, I'm not sure about that. And then, okay, he's gone. Yep, oh, that one's gone. Like I said, I felt like maybe he was giving him a chance to right the wrongs. You guys have done wrong. I'm going to give you the chance. You're going to be in the position of power to right the wrongs. And they probably chose, no, I'm part of the club for life. I can't fix that. If you put me in charge, I'm going with what the club wants. And he said, okay, have a nice day. So later on, if you get in trouble, when I clean house, sorry about your luck. You know, maybe. That's a stretch. It's a stretch. I'm going to throw that out there as a maybe. But do you remember 2012-ish? Things started getting a little exciting, activity-wise. Like, hey, things are happening. 2012 was kind of an exciting year for just stuff, right? And then 2013 came around. It's a little bit more. And I'm not saying exciting always in a good way. Like, oh, well, what's this executive order Obama just passed? Hey, what's this 2013 National Defense Authorization Act? What is that? What powers did it just grant that they stuffed into this bill? Oh, that's interesting. You know, and I just use the word exciting to cover everything. Exciting could be in a good way, and believe it or not, in a bad way too. Really, you know. But 2014, I got a little bit more. 2017, oh, Trump's in the house. Whoa. Oh crap, he's draining the swamp. Whoa. Now we're 2018, fixing to be 2019. So if you look at that, like look back, like you probably realize, like, damn, you know, Joe, you're right. It really has. Each year has kind of outdone the previous year in some way or another. You know, whatever, in different reasons. But I'm telling you, as we get near 2018, 2019, 2020. You know, we still got, you know, again, this is one of the, maybe the bad exciting things, but, you know, the debt, man, it keeps going higher and higher and higher. How is this being dealt with? The emerging market problem we're having right now across the world. The dollars crashing against their dollars, crashing against ours, you know. Ours is going to remain king the whole time just because Donald's in charge, like, you know, and I know he'll try like hell one way or the other. Again, he's using the Federal Reserve. He's going to put all his people over there. Hey, you guys own the piggy bank now, all right. Well, everyone else printed money out of control, so why can't we? And maybe he'll use that, like I've said this before, until, you know, ride that horse till it dies. Okay, well, we used it. We got ourselves way more in debt, but we did put that money in the right spot while we had it, fixed the economy, did some things, you know, I mean, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, you know, you got this digital currency, crypto, you know, the US dollar crypto coming out or something, you know. I think this stuff's going to happen. And people are looking at us now, oh, crypto, man, how's that crypto market doing? It's fine. It's in a down cycle for the, you know, 400th time. Why, you want to get in? It's a great time to buy. Oh, no. Well, you sure? Yeah, no, all right. But don't. I'm going to say that to you when you ask me later on, hey, man, how's that? Oh, it's phenomenal. I paid off my house, RV, cars, all of it. With crypto? Yeah. That'll be my response back. Remember I was trying to tell you? Yeah. Of course, got to be fair, got to be realist news. Assuming that happens, you know, market goes back way up. But again, I'm a believer. First news I read, Coinbase getting ready. I'm sure some of you, because I did, got some news fairly recently. It's been days and days and days ago, but we got an email about no more crypto limits on transaction sales and stuff on Coinbase. We're not going to limit you anymore. Whoa, what? You're only going to limit the fiat out? Well, that's okay. Because if some of you have $1 million or more in your account on Coinbase because you just liquidated a bunch of maybe all of your crypto when the thing goes crazy, who cares if you have to wait 2 or 3 weeks to liquidate all of it as far as get the money in your bank account? If you can liquidate all of it on day one because there's no limit, and you've converted all these altcoins and different coins into Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum, and then moved that over to Coinbase in this example, and sold off all of it, day one, I'm putting in a bunch of sell orders, I'm going to stack them, whatever, and just try to sell off as best I can. And next thing you know, you just pulled $1 million in the account, and it's staring you at the face on Coinbase, and you're like, oh my God, that's mine. That's mine. Well, not yet. I haven't transferred it. Let me see what I can do. And then you transfer it. Oh, sorry, $100,000 is the most you can do, or whatever it is. You know, the actual limit at the time. And it takes you, you know, because I thought they went from weekly to daily limits too, if I recall. So let's just say you got 100,000 a day limit. It takes you 10 days. You don't have to do sell orders every 10 days. You've already done your sell order on day one. It's done. Now your money's just sitting there. So it takes a day to transfer out 100,000. Next day, 100,000 to your bank account. Third day, 100,000 to your bank account. 10 days. Maybe excluding the weekends, although, yeah, because I'm not sure how they would count that on Coinbase. Is it business days, you know, whatever. You get the point. It takes you a couple weeks. Big deal. You can be upset and cry about that. You're going to be crying with tears of joy, happiness, saying, wow, it's actually worked. Holy crap, it actually worked. And again, whether this is New World Order stuff, and the golden train is passing by and it is flaking, you know, flakes are running off this thing out of control. Like there are just flakes of gold everywhere. You gonna stand there and let them go by? And not just, let me just reach my hand out. Matter of fact, my nails are kind of long. Let me scratch that train a little bit as it goes by. You know, break me off something. Because if you don't, and the train's going by anyways, and the train is heading to New World Order land, currency, it's gonna go there. It's gonna reach its destination. Final destination has been reached. All passengers disembark. Don't you want to be one of those passengers, or at least the guy scraping some off when it went by? Like, and this is just in case scenario. Because what if the crypto markets actually, you know, I've heard that a number of times. It's silver all over again. I've seen it, but you know, it's silver all over again. It's never going to come back up. They let silver run up to $50, and that was it. Now they let Bitcoin and crypto, they let them all run up, and that's it. They're never going high again. The thing is, people, these are fixed assets. These are not paper derivatives like silver or oil or other commodities where they can just print more. And then the left hand sells with the right hand. They can't print Bitcoin. They can't create new Bitcoin. There'll only be 21 million. Litecoin, 486, whatever the hell it is, million. That's it. No more. So as new people come into the game, I'm going to grab some of those. I'm going to get a couple of those. Whatever it is, a fraction of that one. When millions of people are doing this, even if the club has unlimited money, which they do, to manipulate that stuff, there'll be a point in time where they can't. Because every little person that kept coming in, grabbing pieces of it, leaves less and less of it for them to keep with their phony money buying it all. So that's, you know, yeah, they'll be able to buy big swaths of it and then sell off huge chunks to do it and then buy it back in on the way up, but they can't keep doing that because you have a fixed number of these coins. Bottom line. And that alone, by the way, is what I feel is our saving grace. That won't make this like silver, you know, and honestly oil and everything else. They manipulate the price of those with those paper contracts. Which is why I'm totally willing to wait. Well, it didn't happen like we thought in this time frame, Joe. I mean, what happened to the earlier summer and this and that? I don't know. The only real thing that was made us think that we ought to see some good activity was the webbot. And you know how that is with time. It's not always right. But all these psychics and the woo-woos were like, fall time frame. Well, Cliff's latest data, as he was talking recently, you probably heard him with VIX and whatnot, and his own, you know, video he did a little while back when we were in the Litecoin Summit was one of them. And he's basically stating, again, if his timing's right, you know, this time, that, you know what, fall is looking really, really good for crypto. The language coming in right now is looking great. You know, the data basically coming in. So, you know, fingers crossed, we wait. So that's it. Little video on the way to work, you know, I do sometimes. And I'm looking forward to my live streams coming up in a couple weeks, roughly. You know, October 7th. We're a week away from October, then October 7th, whatever, roughly. Get some live streams going, chat. But again, it would be wonderful. Hey, live stream, JSIP4 here, but the market's crashing. You guys want to talk? You guys want to talk about it? You know, no. How about JSIP4 here? My account's ready to go again. Live stream style, baby. Crypto's blasting off. You know, talk about a perfect timing scenario. So anyways, let y'all go. Take care.